how much money can a faceless channel really make? $10,000? $20,000? Maybe $50,000? Well, let me show you. This faceless channel has earned over $1 million from YouTube alone. This one made over $8 million and has gotten a staggering 3.17 billion views. Yes, billion with a B. Then there's Mr. Nightmare, who has racked up 1.2 billion views and made an upward of $3.4 million. There's Alux, which has gotten 593 million views and earned an upward of $1.6 million. And then there's Charisma on Command, which has earned an upward of $2 million. Even a recently launched channel like 10x Income revealed that he made $10,000 from just one viral video.
But since my viral video only earned $2, I've only made $10,998.49.
So how is it that these channels are making this much money and have gotten so rich without ever showing a face on camera, while others struggle to even get monetized? Well, for the last 3 months, I've been analyzing successful faceless channels from various different niches, and what I've found is shocking. All of the richest faceless channels follow 7 practices that other struggling channels don't. And today, I'm revealing those secrets to you. So grab a pen and paper, because this is the only video you will need to watch to get rich on YouTube. There's a lot to uncover, so let's dive straight in, and trust me, point 2 and 3 are real game changers. 1. They make money a priority. Now, this is the differentiator for most super successful faceless channels. Now, for most creators, they will start a faceless channel as a side project or a passion project, and then they will see where it goes. But successful channels make money a priority from the very start. They're not in this for passion or for seeing where things go. They are in it to make money. And so every decision that they take is geared towards that goal. They treat their channel like a business launching a product. Before a business brings something new into the market, they figure out what problems their customers are facing, how their product solves those problems, and what makes them stand out from the competition. Smart YouTubers do the same thing. Before launching their channel, they do their market research, they identify a gap in the market, and then they deliver high quality content to fill that gap. Magnates Media, for example, makes mini movies about business and money. He figured out that while there was a lot of business advice on YouTube, not many people were breaking down successful businesses and entrepreneurs to see how they got where they got. So he filled that gap. And on top of that, each of his videos is optimized for the highest RPM and for getting the maximum views. But what exactly are these optimizations? Well, we've covered everything you need to know in this video, so I highly recommend that you go check it out next. Rich and successful faceless channels market test their videos by posting consistently to understand what works and what doesn't, and then they double down on what works. 2. They work smarter, not harder. Everyone in the world tells you to work hard. But if you speak to people who are actually making money, they will tell you to work smart. But what does working smart really mean? It means optimizing your workflow and your decision making to get the highest ROI on your effort. For instance, the richest YouTube channels do this by choosing the highest paying niches that have the potential to attract large audiences. Take 10x Income, for example, right? With only 47 videos, he has racked up 12 million views and 334k subscribers. Why? Because he is in the make money with AI niche, which is exploding right now. There's a massive audience that's hungry for this content, and since the revenue per mil or the RPM in this niche is high, he earns more money for every 1,000 views he gets than the average faceless channel. It's the same with Charisma on Command and Philosophies for Life. Both of them are in the self-improvement niche, which also has a huge audience and a huge RPM. Magnates Media follows a similar approach. He's in the finance niche. Finance has the highest RPM of them all. So even if he spends 2 to 3 months on a single video, once it's finally released, he can easily make back all the money he spent on production with just one video. So if you want to make money, you have to go where the money is. This means choosing a niche which gives you the potential of making money in the first place. And if you are still struggling to understand which niches can actually make you the most money, we've covered all of them in this video right here. Another thing that rich channels do is optimize their workflow. Sure, they may have started as a one-man army, but most of them realize early on that making big bucks requires a team effort. Almost all channels on this list operate with a team, because just like expanding a business requires more people, Growing your channel means delegating tasks to others so you can focus on things that are actually pushing the needle. And the richest channels don't see hiring as a cost, but as an investment. They know that by bringing in the right people, they will level up their video quality, their content to attract more viewers and ultimately make more money. And the final bit they do to work smarter, choose their topics wisely. You'll often see a mix of evergreen content and trendy topics on most of these channels. The richest channels will never let up an opportunity to cash in on a trend. And in the meanwhile, when things are not trendy, they will focus on videos that are evergreen, that will continue to get them views for years on end, and therefore continue to make them money for years on end. Coming to the third principle that the richest faceless channels follow. They play the long game. Now, most of the channels that we have on the list today haven't become overnight successes. Sure, there is a few of those as well, like 10x Income and Isaac. But even for them, they spent years creating videos on other channels before they actually became an overnight success with their current channel. The point is that it takes time and effort to consistently make big bucks from YouTube. And it cannot happen if you make a few videos and then if you don't see them working, you quit altogether. If this is a business for you, you need to arrive at the winning formula for your channel. All of the channels on our list have done that, and that is why they are where they are today. But another key aspect of the long game is the brand that these faceless channels build. A recognizable identity that makes them stand out. For example, both 10x Income and Isaac use a distinct AI avatar in all of their videos. Mr. Nightmare does the same thing with his storytelling style, as well as his voiceover. Magnates Media uses Netflix level editing in his videos. That polished high quality production is something you immediately associate with his channel. Now, these elements don't just make the content look good, they actually become a part of the channel's DNA. Over time, they form a connection with the audience that goes deeper than just individual videos. So what's the real benefit of building a brand, right? All of this is fair and good. Well, think about it this way. When you hear the word sports, what comes to mind? Nike, Adidas, Reebok? That's because their brand is so strong that it becomes the go-to name for anything related to athleticism. The same happens with these faceless channels. When you want to watch a business documentary, you naturally think of Magnates Media. If you want to watch a horror story, Mr. Nightmare's channel comes into your mind. Want to learn how to build wealth? Alux is where you go. That is what a brand does. It builds a strong mental association with the audience that further builds distribution. In the social media age, distribution is your real currency. And the stronger your brand is, the bigger your distribution is, and the more money you stand to make. That brings us to the fourth point, which rich faceless channels focus on: producing quality content. Now, if there is one common denominator in all of the richest channels, it is the quality of their content. It is absolutely top notch. Everything from the packaging to the storytelling to the editing, it feels premium. Quality content has never been more important, especially now because YouTube has actually become a serious competitor to streaming services like Netflix and Disney and Hotstar, all of those, right? When somebody comes and spends 30 minutes on YouTube, they are choosing to not spend those 30 minutes on Netflix. And so the standard of YouTube videos needs to match or surpass the standard of actually streaming service videos. This means you need to pay close attention to every aspect of your video, from the topic to the scripting to the video editing and even thumbnail design. And Magnates Media does this extremely well. His most watched video, The Secret Chinese Company That Owns Everything, is over an hour long, and yet no one in the comments is complaining about the length. Instead, they're praising the video. Some people are even donating money to the channel using super thanks. How often do you see that happening on other channels? That is how impactful quality can be. Now, creating quality content isn't just about making long videos. It's about making every minute of your video count. Isaac, for instance, delivers incredible value in his video, How I Actually Make Viral Thumbnails. If you open the comment section, you will notice that the viewers are not just praising his content, they're saying it's the best video they have ever seen on thumbnail design. And that's the goal. Your videos need to be so good that viewers don't feel the need to watch another video on the same topic. Actionable tips that you can actually use to do this. One, choose topics that hold attention, right? Half of your battle is won if you choose the right topic. That is the first thing that determines if somebody will click, watch, or if they will just scroll away. Next, you need to polish every detail. From thumbnail design to research to scripting to editing, every detail matters. Channels like Isaac, Alux, Magnates Media, Moon, and Charisma on Command do not waste viewers' time with fluff. Every second of their content is designed to add value, whether it's through the information that they're giving, the visual cues, the delivery style. Each video is a complete experience, and that is what keeps people coming back. And finally, ensure consistent quality. You don't want to produce one very good video and then spend several weeks producing mediocre or low power videos, right? Which is why some channels like 10x Income or Philosophies for Life upload only once or twice a month, because they want to maintain that consistency and they want to offer consistent value. This brings us to strategy number 5, mastering storytelling. Rich faceless channels are able to make the kind of money they make because they keep their viewers hooked to their videos. Watch time is a super important metric when it comes to the revenue you make on YouTube. The longer people watch your videos for, the more money you stand to make because the more ads they will be shown. But how do you keep people hooked? How do you keep them watching for long enough? For most faceless channels, the audience drops off within the first 30 seconds. But if you look at the richest channels, they don't just present the information, they take their audience on a journey. They know how to build suspense, evoke emotions, and keep viewers hooked from the start to finish. Take Magnates Media, for example. His videos feel like gripping documentaries where every fact feels like a plot twist. Even Dream's Minecraft videos follow a storytelling arc. Mr. Nightmare is another great example of somebody who has mastered the art of horror storytelling. All of these channels simplify complex ideas by weaving them into relatable stories. So ask yourself, is my video structured like a story, or am I just listing facts? A story keeps people engaged far longer than raw information ever could. We have actually made a complete guide on how to script your YouTube videos so that they get the maximum watch time and they keep people hooked the longest. So make sure you go check that out. Next, the sixth thing that rich faceless channels do that 99% of other channels don't is that they make data-driven decisions. One key difference between rich faceless channels and other struggling channels is their ability to stay detached from their content. They don't let personal biases or attachments influence their decisions on which videos to create. Instead, they base their decisions on research, what's trending on YouTube and what performs best on their own channel. They understand that creativity alone is not enough. Strategy plays an equally important role. This is where your YouTube analytics come in. And if you're getting serious about YouTube, here are the 4 key metrics that you need to pay attention to: your views, your click-through rate, your watch time, and your audience retention. All of these successful channels will experiment with different video formats, titles, and thumbnails to see which of them get the highest numbers in all of these metrics. And once they identify what works, they double down on it. Take Mr. Nightmare, for instance. He noticed that his videos featuring true horror stories consistently received higher views. So now almost every new video on his channel is focusing on real life eerie experiences. Similarly, Charisma on Command discovered that their videos on earning respect performed exceptionally well. So he ended up making 10 different videos on it and tackling the subject from different angles. Alux noticed that his 15 things video got him a lot of views, so he doubled down on that strategy. The takeaway here is simple. Let the data guide you. Before uploading any video, dive into your YouTube analytics. Check which videos have the highest views, highest click-through rates, the longest watch time. These metrics are the blueprint for your success. And once you know what works, double down on it. You will soon see steady growth. Coming to strategy number 7, rich channels go all in. For rich faceless channels, this is not just a side gig or a casual hobby. It is their main project. They don't have a plan B, and they treat it with the seriousness and dedication that it deserves. For them, this is full-time commitment. They approach it with the same intensity and professionalism as any major business venture, constantly analyzing what works, experimenting with new ideas, and pushing the limits of creativity. This level of dedication is what separates them from the average YouTuber. When you are fully committed to something, your audience will understand it. They will actually feel it. They see the attention to detail, the thought behind the content, and the consistency in quality. That is why these channels grow so fast and sustain their success for so long. To be among the top, you have to work like people at the top. That means showing up every day, working through the challenges, and dedicating the necessary time to create content that people can't wait to watch. Simply put, going in is the only way to ensure long-term success on YouTube. Now that you understand the key strategies that the richest faceless channels on the planet use, it's time to start building your own bulletproof plan to grow your faceless channel. And it all starts with finding the right idea. And because we don't want you to struggle during any part of the process on your journey to becoming a rich faceless channel, we have made a video that outlines the exact steps of finding viral video ideas that are guaranteed to make you grow. So I highly recommend that you check out this video next and let us know in the comments which of the strategies from today's video resonated the most with you.